Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Remember11, The End of Infinity. Age of Infinity. Wow. Okay. The Age of Infinity. Where we got the end of Kokoro's route last time, the proper ending, with only a minimal amount of confusion. Yeah, if you go back and look at all that series of events, totally no confusion at all. So now we're going to start a new game. This is the first new game we've started, right? Right? We're completely ignoring stuff from the past, right? New game. Whoa. That's an interesting... They're both in the same pose, almost. Almost. Okay. We'll go Satoru, of course. Well, it looks like it starts the same. Well, that did look different there for a second. No, with it sped up, the music is a little different when here in the airplane, and it's different here. Just something I'm noticing now. Now, I was informed that I do need to make sure that the intro is shown. That there's probably something to do in it that is new, with it being a new route. And then the plane has trouble. Satoru is there. With all sped up, it really does. Sound effects are really kind of strange. All mishmashed and stuff. Okay. Well, that was in the first part of it. But yeah, we're not skipping this part because there's probably something new. Probably just me overthinking things, but were the backgrounds a little different there? I don't think they were, but... I think it's different. Mr. Dawson commented something about making sure to show it in this video, so... Well, it looked mostly the same, unless unless it is some change in the backgrounds, which I might have just been imagining. And now it's definitely different. A dense ocean current coiled around me as if to lap over my whole body. Why am I thinking the space bar suddenly? I felt as if I were embraced in a sea teeming with coacervate. The viscous, colloidal ocean water was burning hot. Let's find out what this is. I'm pretty sure that... Didn't read Deus Ex Machina. From the Latin, literally meaning God from the machine, a frequently used plot device in old plays and literature where, in the midst of a seemingly hopeless situation, a previously unseen character or object will suddenly appear and provide a convenient resolution to the story. Use of this type of device in a story later came to be called by this name. Frequently seen in the Greek tragedies of Euripides, whose conclusions were often marked by a god appearing from above and being lowered onto the stage via a mechanism similar to a crane. Aristotle, in his writings on aesthetics, argued that all the elements of a story should arise internally, naturally and necessarily following up the previous actions in the play, and opposed the use of this device, saying that the sudden Deus Ex Machina appearance of a previously unseen character in the middle of the play, contingent on the needs of the plot, was poor storytelling. I can agree with that. You know what? Let's have aliens show up. And they zippity zap all the bad guys, and they're like, hey guys, good luck, and fly off. Yeah, it's a bit of a Deus Ex Machina. Coacervate, a small spherical droplet of hydrophilic colloids suspended in a liquid which forms when solutions of colloids are mixed under suitable conditions to achieve and maintain a stable state. There's a theory that suggests they were the origin of life on Earth, as they have properties that resemble living matter and may have been the pre-biological systems from which living organisms originated. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Science Theater with Shook while he reads really hard words. A chemical mixture in which particles of one substance are dispersed evenly throughout another substance, such that, though they are larger than most molecules, they cannot be seen with ordinary optical microscopes. Examples include glue, starch, agar, the Viking, egg white, mayonnaise, and smoke. Mayonnaise? Okay. Sure. I couldn't breathe. I writhed, agonized in the scorching hot liquid. Is this a dream? That question crossed my mind out of nowhere. If this was reality, then I might have traveled 4 billion years back in time and woken in the primordial sea. Extending a sensory organ, which was neither an arm nor a feeler, I tried to search for my body. Thanks for not telling me what organ it is. The thing I called my body was nowhere to be found, only a soft, flabby aggregation of amino acids surrounding me. Yep, we're in Satoru's head. Oh my gosh. This is going to be painful. I began to melt into the boiling water as the water also melted into me. I can no longer tell where my own existence begins or ends. Felt as if this whole vast sea were myself and that there were no singular entity in existence here. But I am here, whether or not I have substance. There is no doubt that I exist here. I perceive colors with a sense which is not sight. I listen to sounds with a sense which is not hearing. I smell odors with a sense which is not smell. Okay. My surroundings were completely saturated by a dazzling red light, a rhythmic sound, and a sweet scent that felt as if it would dissolve. I could both perceive and consider them, yet the origin of my thoughts didn't appear to be my brain. So where were these thoughts coming from? Perhaps the great sea surrounding me is controlling my thought processes. Or could it be that perhaps this very thought is false? If that's the case, then I'm not thinking, not feeling anything. Do I not exist? Upon thinking this, I was suddenly assailed by an unbearable anxiety. If I'm not here, I'm not here. I am not here. Terror swirled within me, gradually converging on one point before exploding. I struggled. I continued to struggle, as though I would go mad, seeking an exit, seeking light, seeking substance. I wanted to escape from this world as quickly as possible. Help me. Get me out of here. I'm here. Okay.
どうしたんだおいしっかりしろ
Satoru is not a graceful waker-upper. Don't wake him up. Or if you do, get like a really long stick and poke.
落ち着け落ち着くんだタグ一体何があったって言うんだ
Of course, I am wondering if, even though I'm poking fun at it, with the way Satoru thinks, I wonder if this is supposedly him, somewhat like screaming as he opens his eyes and stuff, and kind of like crying and stuff. That's supposed to simulate like being burst or something. I'm probably just really randomly thinking that.
そうだもう大丈夫だ何も心配いらないな
Now, if Yomogi starts spanking his bottom, then that's gonna be weird, though. It'd be extra weird. Sort of that it would be Kokoro's bottom. Yeah, let's not think too much on that. Yomogi looks a bit different from this angle.
どこだ
When it came to, I was in an unfamiliar place. I was sitting on a wooden floor with my back pressed against the wall. No, it'd be more appropriate to say I was being pressed. The one holding me in place was a giant of a man, startlingly large and rugged as a rock. I craned my body upward to look at his face. Despite his firm grip on my shoulders, his face wore a troubled expression. I remember that face from somewhere. It's faint, but his face was etched like an afterimage into the corner of my memory.
あんたどこかで見かけたような気がするんだが
As I asked that, the man caught his breath and stared at me.
やっぱりどっかであったよなそれとも人違いかなあ聞いてんだろおっさん
The man blinked repeatedly, as if finally coming to his
大丈夫
senses.
なのか
I do. It does crack me up that they call people old man. People who are like in their 30s, old man. It's kind of strange. I'm thinking of going to Japan because I'm getting close to that.
おっさんはもう収まったんだよな発作
I call myself an old man enough. I
今
don't,
まで
I
めちゃ
don't
くちゃ
need
に
other
暴れまくって
people
たんじゃないか
helping me along with that.
おかしくなっちまったんじゃないかと思って心配したんだぞ
The man slowly let go of my shoulders.
あんなことが起こった後だからねきっと怖い夢でも見たんだろうけれど
Dreams, that nightmare, as red as fresh blood. Even just thinking about it made me shudder. I see, so I was struggling because of a nightmare. Really, just like a little kid, sneering in self-derision, I replied by shaking my head a little. Well, I suppose the dream doesn't matter. More importantly, my top priority was to find out where I was and what was happening. Pushing aside the mountain of a man who was blocking me, I tried having a look around. A room enfolded in rough-hewn wood, a small window, a crude stove, a plain table. Before the table stood the figure of a woman who wore her hair in an updo, was shivering as she sat on a wooden chair.
Rin!
The word came to my lips instantly. I couldn't help but cry out her name because I knew her. Never forget her. The memories we made together were burned so clearly into my mind that I couldn't forget them even if I tried. Lynn and I had gone out for 2 whole years.
リン、どうしたんだよ。なんでお前がこんなところに。
Raising my voice, I rushed over to her. Lynn's eyes opened wide and her eyebrows arched. Was it the sudden tension that made her face stiffen like that? For the two of us to suddenly meet again after a year and a half apart and in a place like this, we hadn't spoken to one another since we broke up. We hadn't caught a single glimpse of the other, heard each other's voices, or paid any mind to any rumors about one another. I say feeling bewildered by our first reunion in a long time was natural. So I stood stock still in front of her, not knowing what to say. Lynn and I stared at each other silently. The atmosphere between us grew awkward and tense. Well, saying it's been a while will probably be really awkward. Extra awkward. So I think I'm actually going to say, why are you here? Why not?
どうしてお前がこんなところに。
I repeated the question. I couldn't find a way to say it any better than that. Now I think about it carefully, what I said just now wasn't accurate at all. Why is she here? I shouldn't go asking a question like that when I don't even know why I'm here myself.
あんた喧嘩売ってんの？
Abruptly, Lynn began to
慣れ
speak.
慣れしくお前なんて呼ばないでくれる？
She leveled a menacing glare at
そ
me.
れに名前どうしてあんたが私の名前を知ってるのよ？まさか盗み聞きしてたの？私がこの男に名前を教えた時、あんた本当は意識があった？今までは気を失ったふりをしてただけで。ねえどうなの？答えなさいよ。
Even if she ordered me to answer, I couldn't. The words she said may as well have been in some unknown language for all I understand them.
おい、どうしちまったんだよ、リン。まさか俺のことを忘れたわけじゃ。
忘れる？忘れようにも忘れようがないわ。だって私、初めっからあんたのことなんて知らないもの。
知らない？知らないってどういうことだ？
どういうことも何もないわよ。あんたみたいなやつに会った覚えは一度もないって言ってんの。
そんな。
Hearing those utterly unexpected words left me completely astounded. Now you really did forget about me.
ねえ、もしも私が突然この世界から消えてしまったらどうする？
リンのいる世界を見つけるよ。
じゃあその世界が見つからなかったとしたら？
そうだな。多分見つかるまで探し続けると思う。
Doesn't actually sound like he's answering the question.
嘘ばっかり。人の心は移ろいやすいものなのよ。永遠に燃え続ける炎なんてないの。
それじゃあリンだったら、もしも突然この世界から。
そうね、熱いシャワーを浴びて強いお酒を飲んで月のワグマみたいに何ヶ月も眠るわ。きっと半年も経てばあなたのことなんて忘れてしまうもの。
なるほど。
何かご不満でも？
いや別に。
そう。でも今私が言ったことは本心よ。だから会いたいと思うの。毎日でも四六時中でもできることなら一秒も眠らずにずっとあなたのことを見つめていたい。
They'd probably get pretty grumpy after not sleeping for a while. 24/7 without sleeping for even a second. They would get really, really grumpy, and they'd probably get. That's when they broke up, isn't it? They were trying to stay awake 24/7, being with each other, and then somebody was like, you know what? That's it. Over. That's exactly what happened, right? See, you need a proper sleep, even in romantic situations. I'm not even sure what I mean by that. But, yeah.
少
Of
しでも
course,
目をそらした
I'm
ら
taking it more literally than he
すぐに
probably mean it.
あなたのことを忘れてしまうような気がするから。口づけをするのも体を重ねるのもそう。
That's a nice thing, though. You know, you are so forgettable. Isn't that a touching thing to say?
私はあなた体のどこかにあなたがいたことの証を刻みつけておきたいのよ。
Kind of a strange thing to say right there. I mean, she's got like a Satoru tattoo on her butt cheek or something. That'd be interesting.
ねえ、あなたを刻んで。
Is that a code for something? I stood still and silent in front of her. Gently smoothing back her straight hair, she walked away from me without another word. When 6 months had passed, I'd forget all about you. Several years ago, she said those words to me. Now they'd become a reality. A gaping hole opened within my heart. A feeling of loss stole the energy from my body.
どういうことだ？君たちはその知り合いなのか？
Folding his arms, the man looked from me to Lynn and back again.
知り合いなわけないでしょ。さっきからそう言ってるじゃない。
まあまあ、そうムキになるなって。単なる誤解だろ。よくあることじゃないか。
Lynn turned away and went to sit down on the bottom bunk. Then,
誤解なんかじゃないよ。
oh great. Uni's about to put his input in. I'm sure it won't get any stranger or weirder because of this. Okay. Next time we're going to find out what Uni has to say about the situation. He seems to know more about things than everybody else. So, yeah, let's find out. But actually, that right there does explain how he knew where he'd heard Lynn, or why he may have been calling Mayuzumi Lynn to kind of get on her nerves and stuff. So yeah, that right there might be where that came from. So probably not Satoru's clone, or is he? But anyway, I do hope you folks enjoyed, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Farewell there.